Welcome, WrathofWall. We are joined today with our new interview guest for these new segments. WrathofWall, she's a streamer and a geologist, and she will be talking. We'll be talking about some issues regarding how to be healthy while traveling. So, WrathofWall, why don't you just start us off and tell me about what it is you want to talk about today?
So when I travel, sometimes the road trips are like 6 hours long, 5 hours long, and for me, finding a place to eat and actually taking food is hard to do. Because, like, say I have to travel someplace and I'm meeting the drillers to drill. Well, if I meal prep and take my food, it's like the food's sitting in the car for all day, right? So it's hard to keep it cool, even in a cooler and all that stuff. Because I usually pack it in a big old lunchbox and then take it. And so I'm not always able to go and check into a hotel or something like that before we start drilling. So the food gets kind of nasty later on, but I mean, I try there. And then other times I'm with drillers where we travel and we don't stop drilling for lunch or anything the whole time we're there. So we start at 7 or 8 and we go till 5, 6 o'clock at night, sometimes 7 o'clock now with the daylight change. And so I don't always get to eat proper meals throughout the whole week that we're drilling or so.
And so just to be clear, there's no food on site. They don't cater. Everyone has to kind of bring their own stuff ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're drilling, are there any restaurants or fast food places nearby?
Yeah, there's usually fast food places like depending on where we're at, there's always like a Dairy Queen or a Whataburger because I'm in Texas, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Where in Texas, by the way, if anybody's sharing? If you don't want to get specific, it's fine. Oh, okay. I used to live north of Austin back in the day.
I live north of Austin.
Oh, okay, cool. I used to past Pflugerville, north of there.
I live there.
Oh, okay, Pflugerville. If you guys don't know, look it up. Pflugerville. It's the P is silent for some reason. It's Pflugerville. But anyway, okay. So you got lots of so you have fast food. It's accessible.
Yeah.
Anyway, right?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes. Other times we're in like the middle of nowhere and the next fast food place or next like town is like 30 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like that.
So I'm getting this impression that you say it's hard. You feel like this is difficult, and I can understand that. But help me understand, why is this hard? What do you wish you could have done instead?
Well, when we travel, like I want to make because I'm trying to like actually lose fat is what I want to say it. I want to lose weight, but like I want to lose most of my fat that I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is like when we travel and I'm driving out there, like I always have to be snacking on something. So I'll have like sunflower seeds or something like that I just have to keep eating for some reason.
Why do you think you need to keep snacking all the time?
I don't know. Like I just have to do something instead of just driving. And
Why?
then I just
Why?
like I have to
What would happen?
Occupied by
what would happen if you didn't snack while driving?
I'd probably daydream and then almost crash.
Got it. So it's like a focus, attention type of thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. There's been a few times where I've almost fallen asleep while driving.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's kind of creepy. But yeah, so there's all that going on. But it's just, I guess it's snacking the right way. So like I was in Lindale, Texas for just about 2 months. And the only thing I was eating while I was there was like Whataburger just about every single day. And then when I would travel home, I would stop at Dairy Queen because they had an easy box that I could just put there with the little chicken strips. And I was eating that every single day, but it's like that was my only meal for the day.
Mm-hmm.
That counts as a meal because in the morning, like the hotel, they had yogurts, bananas, and apples, and I'd always like I have my bag there, and I'm just like putting stuff in my bag, and then we go out to the I'm like everyone's watching me. I'm like, well, so I'd grab like 2 yogurts, like 2 bananas, 3 apples or something, and then head out to the site
Mm-hmm.
and then snack throughout the day eating that. But then it's like I'm still starving by the time we leave, and I can pick up Whataburger to eat because we didn't stop drilling because we were on the roadway.
Yeah.
So
This is interesting. Have you ever thought of or tried intermittent fasting?
I have actually. Before I got this job, I was actually doing it, and then I got the job, and then everything went out the window.
How was it before when you were doing intermittent fasting? Can you tell me what you did before and if it worked or not or why?
Well, before I actually worked in a restaurant, so I wasn't able to do it like every single day because on Saturdays I always worked a double, and so I worked all day Saturday, and even Saturdays we hardly got time to really stop and eat just because of how busy the restaurant was. I was a food runner, so I was the one carrying all the heavy trays and stuff out. So intermittent fasting, I would do it Monday through Thursday because Friday and the weekend was just crazy at work. And I was also working out a lot at the time. And it actually worked out where I was cutting back. I got down to, I started at 165 and then I went down to 155. And I hovered around there until I got this new job. And then I jumped up to like 180 and then I dropped back down now to 173. I think is what I said.
So what I'm asking about the intermittent fasting question is, you said earlier that you feel kind of hungry all day, like you never feel satisfied. But at the same time, if you don't snack, that's a real danger due to you got to stay focused while driving. So those intermittent fasting sounds like it might be a good idea for you, but then it also doesn't sound like it'd be a good idea for you. So I'm asking about from the hunger perspective. Did you feel hungry all day when doing intermittent fasting?
No, because I was always doing something else during the day, like if that makes sense.
Let me know. What was it?
So when I was doing intermittent fasting, I worked at night, like the evening shift for work, and so I'd wake up in the morning. I did usually skip breakfast or whatever, but I would drink coffee. That was my bad thing about that.
Why is that
coffee.
bad?
I don't know. I just feel like it's because I drink a lot.
How much do you drink?
A lot of coffee. A lot.
Tell me what's a lot. When I was at my highest, I was drinking 6 to 8 cups of coffee a day to function. That was when my sleep was bad. Okay. I mean, why do you, let's start there actually. Why do you feel like you need 6 to 8 cups of coffee per day?
I actually don't feel like I need that. I just drink it because it's there. Because I make a full pot and then I don't like wasting stuff. So
why don't you like wasting stuff?
Because it's like you bought it and then you're just going to let it sit there and waste. Like use it if you're going to buy it.
When did you start feeling like that? Like you feel like you can't waste anything.
When I moved out of my parents, when I moved out of my parents and I was on my own for a while, like I noticed I was buying too much food, and because I would always buy like all the healthy like strawberries and raspberries and all that stuff, right? Well, I wasn't eating them enough before they went bad, and I was like, I just wasted money on that. So I usually just buy what I'm gonna eat or drink or so on and so forth. So because I don't like wasting.
Yeah. So with the coffee, I can understand that too. Like I hate wasting shit, but with the coffee, this might sound blunt and or even condescending, but why not just brew less coffee?
Because I drink it all. I don't know.
Okay.
I do sometimes. Sometimes.
So okay,
sometimes I actually don't drink it all. But,
but the important thing is you don't feel like you need it, right?
Right. Well, I need some cups. I don't need all of it. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was just curious for like I was wondering if sleep is an issue and just not getting enough sleep, because it sounds like you get kind of tired perhaps while driving, or you're drinking a lot of coffee. I was just curious if there is some other sleep issue that might need to be addressed. But how do you feel about your sleep?
Okay. My sleep was decent until a while back, or until recently, because so I have hypothyroidism, and my dosage is off. Like it's off right now. It was super high, so I'm
what was off? You
tired
said
all the time. The dosage, like the TSH levels.
Oh, okay,
right now.
Got it.
Yeah. And so we fixed my dosage of my Synthroid that I take, and so once, because I'm taking it every day. So once that kicks in, everything should go back to normal with my sleep. But like right now, I'm tired all the time. Like I can go back and sleep for another 6 hours right now if I wanted to. So that's partially why I drink a lot of coffee.
And how many hours of sleep do you get per day again?
So my stream ends at 12 and I usually sleep at 1. So about 1 to 7:30, 8. What is that, 6 to 7 hours?
Do you feel like that's enough?
Yeah, once I get going, I'm good.
So one of my favorite litmus test questions is, do you feel like you need an alarm to wake up in the morning?
I set an alarm, but no, I'll usually wake up right before it goes off.
And you feel energized, ready to go, or do you feel like you need more sleep?
I'm not a morning person, so I feel like I could use a little bit more sleep, but once I get up and start going, it works.
I would really highly recommend you try this. In addition to other stuff we'll talk about, try a 30-day sleep challenge where for 30 days, unfortunately, your stream might suffer, but you basically cut out non-essential stuff. Like you only do the essential stuff like prep your food, take care of business, go to work, that kind of stuff. Cut out entertainment, try to minimize gaming, and cut out all that stuff. Did you freeze, by the way, or are you just sitting very still? I think we lost her. All right, we lost her. We lost her, folks. I thought she was just like listening really intently. Oh, wait. There she is. Okay, you're back. You were just like...
Well, I was like, he's cutting out, so I turned on I unmuted your stream so I could hear what you were saying.
Okay, so I'll start that part over. I think you should try a 30-day sleep challenge where you basically just cut out unnecessary entertainment, and this might affect your stream. Unfortunately, your stream might suffer, but you cut out gaming, minimize streaming as much as you can. Try to cut out pretty much all forms of entertainment. Just take care of business, like prep for your next day, do your work. If you got to do emails or whatever's critical, take care of that critical stuff. Everything else, just throw it by the wayside and then gorge on sleep, as much sleep as you possibly can for the next 30 days. Where you go to bed as early as you can, you wake up as late as you can. If you feel tired in the middle of the day, take a nap. Of course, don't let this impact your sleep at night. So like, what I mean is, if you take a nap during the day, if that makes it harder for you to sleep at night, then okay, don't take naps. But in general, gorge on sleep. Try to get 9 to 12 hours per day for 30 days. See if that makes a difference on how much caffeine you need. See if that makes a difference on your ability to stay awake and not need snacks to stay awake. See if that improves your ability to just wake up and go. Because I used to think I wasn't a morning person. I used to think I needed 8 cups of coffee to function until I did a sleep challenge. And then I woke up feeling rested at 6 a.m. I woke up feeling energized, and I'm not a morning person, but I became a morning person. I just wasn't getting enough sleep. I had a huge sleep debt, and the sleep debt can take weeks to pay off. So just consider trying this for 30 days. Just gorge on as much sleep as you can. See whether or not it's life-changing. See whether or not it's a massive difference. Because the snacking thing is interesting. I want to get back to the snacking thing because it's not as simple as just like, oh, cut out snacks, because it serves a real life-saving function here. Because like you need to stay awake and engaged while you're driving. Have you thought of other things though to stay awake and engaged while driving?
Besides being on my phone?
Yes, preferably not on your phone either, because that's not safe either.
That's not. Not really. I tend to kind of just look around where I'm at. Like look ahead at traffic, look at billboard signs, like I don't know, just trying to keep my mind occupied so I'm not like that tunnel vision where you're just staring ahead and then it goes off somewhere else.
Have you also considered podcasts?
My mind goes somewhere else when podcasts start, honestly. Like I listen to podcasts and then they say something and then my mind goes on a tangent and then I think about like
maybe
what's happening.
You just need better podcasts. I want to suggest some to you after this. There's a couple I think are very engaging. Because I think, I've had some podcasts that I was like fucking bored out of my mind. I could barely pay attention. I've had some that were so engaging I didn't want to stop listening to anything they had to say. So One of them that comes to mind right now, Dr. K, !DRK, Healthy Gamer GG. He has incredibly insightful interviews, and he has a bunch of podcasts on there. I think they're so gripping. Like I can't stop listening to them. There's more. I'm gonna send some more your way afterward offline for some of my other favorite podcasts after I kind of look through them. But good. Okay, let's talk about other things too. Like I don't know if fidgeting would help if you have any of those, like anything to just do with your hands. Are you about to say something?
Yeah. I had something and then I don't know where I put it right now. I had one of those spinners that I would actually just hold and just like mess with it.
How do those work for you?
If I don't lose them, they work fine. That or like I'll have like a pin and then I'll just.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about how we can replace this behavior to keep it safe, but also go for basically lower calorie options, which is flipping a pen's a 0 calorie option. So
I know.
That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for here. Now let's swap this out though. Let's actually focus on the food. What kinds of foods do you find yourself snacking
on? Chips.
Okay.
Sunflower seeds. Sometimes I'll buy like Twizzlers or something like that, just because when I eat a lot, then my stomach starts to hurt, and then I'd stop eating, and then I'm just like, which is not good, I know, but just it makes that hunger part go away.
Yeah. So when you say your stomach hurts, what do you mean? Like you ate too much, it's too full?
I just binge eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just ate too much Twizzlers.
So have you heard my talks about calorie density?
The one you said earlier, or?
Yeah, that's one of them. I've done a lot of different talks about it, but just in general, losing weight. I mean, you've heard me talk about how to lose weight, right? Which is what?
Wait, what?
How do you lose weight? How do we lose weight?
By being in a calorie deficit.
Correct, 100%.
Yeah. So
choosing foods that are calorie light, this is going to be one of our best choices to go. So let's look at, I want to do a calorie comparison. 100 calories of Twizzlers, 100 calories of potato chips, 100 calories of celery sticks. Let's try to rank those in terms of calorie density. Which one do you think is calorie light? Which do you think is calorie dense?
Well, okay. Oops. So calorie light would be the celery sticks, right?
Yes.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yes.
Like the less calories, right? Okay. So celery sticks would be there, and then it would be chips, and then Twizzlers.
Yeah. Now, which ones were calorie dense? Chips or Twizzlers? I don't know. I'm actually looking that up right now because I'm curious about this. Your sunflower seeds, do you have to shell them yourself? Like you gotta bite the seed and get it out of there, or is it they're already ready to go? You just you can do a fistful in your mouth.
Work on it.
Okay.
I have to work to get it out.
That's a very important part because let me. I'm trying to pull this all up so that way I'm pulling up MyFitnessPal and looking.
The dill pickle flavor.
The dill pickle flavored sunflower seeds.
Yes.
That actually sounds pretty good.
From Biggs.
Okay, so I'm just putting together some numbers here in front of me. So what I think is sometimes very helpful. Do you have MyFitnessPal or any kind of food tracking app?
Yeah, I do actually.
All right, great. Let's pull up some of these things right now. Celery sticks, Twizzlers, sunflower seeds, and potato chips. What potato chips do you eat?
Doritos.
Doritos? What flavor? I love Doritos.
I like the salsa verde flavor.
Oh, salsa verde.
The spiciness, the hotness.
Oh, yeah, man. Have you tried the habanero one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, the habanero is the best. If you like the spicy ones, like it's so good yet so bad.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, okay, I want you to do this right now. I want you to take your, I want you to put in MyFitnessPal right now. Get 100 calories of Doritos. Get 100 calories of celery sticks. Okay, I'll take care of the rest for the other ones. But we're going to go through this because I think it's extremely helpful to actually take a moment to put it on your phone and to visualize what is going to help you succeed, what is going to help you, what you're going to see in terms of the amount of food, the quantity that you're going to get. So 100 calories of your Doritos. You're a geologist. I am assuming you feel comfortable with math and you can screw with the math and basically tweak it until you hit 100 calories. Same thing with the celery sticks. Tweak it until you hit 100 calories of celery sticks. Okay?
Okay.
And let me know once you have that. I'm also prepping this here. Okay, for sunflower seeds, actually I'm gonna ask chat for this because I am having a hard time. I'm having a hard time identifying a reasonable visual for sunflower seeds. Do you have a bag nearby in your house or apartment? Can you go get a bag and just bring it over here?
A bag of what?
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, do I? Let me see.
Okay. So while she's doing that, I'm actually going to read chat for a second. Chili flavored pistachios. Awesome. Dude, that sounds good. One of the things I'm going to get to is I'm going to be pointing out is just the effort it takes to consume, to like shell food like sunflower seeds or pistachios. That's actually very important. The more barriers of effort you add is actually going to help you reduce calories naturally because it's just simply more difficult to consume the food and it takes more time to do that stuff. So anyway, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Bigs, dill pickle, sunflower seeds. How many ounces is that right there? Or pounds, but I'm guessing it's ounces.
5.35 ounces.
5.3 ounces. Okay, so on the back, tell us, like, for that entire bag, how many calories is it? You might have to do some math because it's like the serving size. Look at how many servings per container. Or you just read it out loud to me and I'll help you do it.
Okay, cool. 2.5 servings per container.
Okay. And how many calories per serving?
It says per container 418 or 410.
So per container.
Per serving it says 180.
Okay, so for the container, which is 5, you said 5.5 ounces, 410 calories, right?
What? 2.5.
Sorry, it's 2.5 ounces for the entire container?
Yeah, it's 2.5 servings per container.
No, how many ounces is the entire container? 5.5, you said?
Jesus H. 5.35.
5.35. Okay, 5.35 ounces gets you 410 calories, right?
Right.
Right? Okay, so roughly if you quarter that, hold up the bag again so we can see it. If you took a quarter of that, okay, that'd be about 100 calories, right? All right?
Right.
Okay, so everyone just lock in that visual, what it looks like. For anyone listening to this, I would say a quarter of that bag would be the size of the palm of my hand only, not the fingers, just the palm portion only, maybe a little bit smaller, made out of sunflower seeds. So maybe a little bit smaller and a little bit skinnier. Would you agree that's a rough estimate for size? The palm of your hand is about a quarter of that bag?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller.
Probably bigger than mine, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but I have skinny, soft hands. So,
Oh God.
so it might still be about that amount. Okay, so that's a good visual. Let's think about that for 100 calories. Okay, potato chips. Tell me, how many potato chips to get 100 calories?
Oh, I didn't do that. I
Okay.
told me to go get a bag.
Do it really quick. Let's figure out for the Doritos how many chips it takes to get to 100 calories.
Probably 8.
8 sounds about right.
Yeah. Because 12 chips is 140, so.
Yep. So about 8 chips sounds about right. So that comparison right there, 8 Doritos versus sunflower seeds that's about the size of the palm of your hand and you got to shell it yourself. Which one of those two is going to be more calorie light?
Ooh, probably sunflower seeds.
Yeah, 100%. right? Because when you think about that, if you were to consume just a quarter of that bag, let's multiply by 4, okay? If you were to consume that entire bag, 400 calories, versus multiply the chips by 4, so instead of 8 chips, now we're looking at 24 chips. Calories equal, right? 24 Doritos versus that entire bag of sunflower seeds. For 400 calories, which one's going to make you feel more full?
The chips.
Really? So you would feel more full off the chips than the sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
I guess that part of that is true because you're not consuming the entire seed. You're shelling a lot of it. But what about in terms of tiring you out? Does one tire you out more than the other in terms of you feel, what's the word? You feel like you're satisfied, you should stop eating. Like you just fatigue from eating so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. Never thought about that part.
Because that's a very interesting part to consider in this strategy, is fatiguing you from the act of eating. Because you just get tired of it. Because like, I'm fucking bored of this.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's. If you don't have a clear answer now, what I want you to do, part of your homework, and I hope, of course, you're taking notes. Part of your homework, I want you to try this one day. Try eating, like pre-measure it before your day starts. Get 24 Doritos one day, and another day, get the bag of sunflower seeds. Think about which one makes you feel more full. Think about which one is pretty much filling you up or getting you tired from eating. You just fatigue and you just want to stop eating. These are the kinds of feedback questions I want you to consider. Because right now, how much do you think you're thinking about? How much thought are you putting into what you're eating? Would you say?
Not much.
Yeah, really? Not much. And this is where we could start, is just paying attention to what you're eating in the feedback systems of, do I feel full? Do I feel satisfied? What am I really craving? Why am I craving these things? Right. So we kind of already identified part of that, which is you have a real need to stay alert and to stay kind of active. So hopefully we can kind of swap that out for more calorie light snacks and also for 0 calorie options for stimulation, like a good podcast. But we'll get to that in a minute for some of those options. Actually, I'll DM it to you offline is what I mean. Okay, now let's do the celery sticks. Did you get a chance to do the celery sticks?
Yeah, I did.
How many celery sticks are you seeing for 100 calories?
Oh, this is done by stocks.
That's okay. Stocks vary quite a bit, but just let's get a ballpark here.
Okay, so number of servings, so it'll be 5 servings, so 10 stocks for 100 calories. So that sounds like 50 celery sticks, right? Yep. That's a lot.
Yeah. So the numbers I'm seeing are somewhere between 10 to 28. So we can say 10 to 50. 50 sounds kind of high. Like, I don't think it's actually 50. But let's just go with the middle and say somewhere around 20, right? 20-ish sticks to equal 100 calories. And when I'm thinking these sticks, I'm thinking like the size is probably somewhere around this size. So 20 sticks about this length, which I'm thinking is about like 6-8 inch long stalks, or in centimeters, I think that'd be like 14-20 centimeter long stalks, somewhere around there. Okay, to eat 20 of those compared to the 24 chips, which of those, right? The 24 chips, well, actually, no, let's back off. Sorry. 8 chips, 8 Doritos, right? 8 Doritos is 100 calories. 20 stalks is 100 calories. How would you compare those two in terms of calorie light versus calorie dense?
Well, calorie light would still be would be the celery sticks still.
Yeah.
But
the sheer volume, right? The sheer volume.
The volume is what
of all those sticks. But go on, you're gonna say something?
Well, yeah, so I think I would get tired out of eating the celery sticks just because it's maybe. That
too. What would fatigue, do you think?
I would get bored eating it.
Yeah. You would. You probably would. I would get fucking bored. Like, I mean, have you seen my spinach comparisons? Like, I'm holding an empty clamshell of spinach. It's like a pound. I could not eat even 50. I could not even eat 50 calories of this. Like, it would be so difficult. 50 calories is like half of the clamshell. It would be so damn hard if I was just sitting there, like with the empty clamshell, just snacking. It would be physically difficult because 1, I would get tired of chewing. 2, I would get bored. And 3, my stomach would probably be like exploding because of how full it is. And that's 50 calories, right? So these are the things that I think would be very important to pay attention to. How do you feel about eating celery?
I mean, I like celery. Like, I don't mind eating it.
So
I just don't buy it.
I think we have some good options here. What do you think you could try for the snacking options?
So just the celery. Could I still eat the seeds?
Yeah, I think the seeds are decent.
Yeah.
The seeds are decent because the amount, but I want you to pay attention to this. Pay attention to how much, like, do you start fatiguing? When do you start fatiguing? How many calories did you have to eat? These are just simple feedback mechanisms that I want you to start paying attention to, because I don't like people being dependent on me. I want to teach a man to fish so they never need, you know what I mean? Like, don't feed a man to fish, teach a man to fish. So if you can see for yourself the numbers and you ask yourself, how full do I feel? Do I feel satisfied? Am I getting tired? Am I fatiguing from eating? Why? Then you will start to be able to teach yourself what you can and should not eat. Okay. How do you feel about carrots? How do you feel about broccoli? Well, broccoli might be tough depending on what gets stuck in your teeth, but how do you feel about those things?
Yeah. I mean, I like all that. Honestly, I think even going out to eat and stuff, I feel like I'm always the one choosing the healthier meal.
What do you mean?
Instead of buying a burger and stuff. So I go to BJ's or Chili's or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always ask them, I'm like, hey, can I get a ribeye or a piece of steak, and give me, like, instead of the normal size that comes with it, just give me the 2 salads, make it 2 side salads, and then I can put my steak on top of the salad and just eat that.
Restaurants are very tricky. Restaurants are very, very tricky. I want to talk about that next. Fast food and restaurants. Where do you want to start?
Let's do fast food first, since I'm most likely going to hit that. So
fast food. You were mentioning earlier, basically fast food burger joints is kind of the go-to at this point. Do you have any restaurants, fast food restaurants around you that do like Subway, or they do sandwiches, or they do rice bowls?
Around me, rice bowls. Around me, there is Subway and some sandwich places, but depending on where we're drilling and stuff, it's hit or miss.
Sure. What other, I mean, like in some places that you've been drilling, do you recall seeing places that weren't fast food burger joints?
Not precisely. They just don't pop out in my mind. Other than there's Subway, but other than that,
start paying attention to that to see what other options are out there. Nothing wrong. I mean, like, eating at a fast food burger joint is not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. But generally speaking, they tend to not have good options when it comes to calorie light stuff. Because I can't remember the last time at a fast food burger joint I actually saw they had good calorie light options. It's just difficult to find. I'm not saying they don't exist. It's tricky. So that being said, I'm pulling up some infographics here to show some stuff. Subway. What do you like to eat at Subway?
I get the BLT.
BLT. Fantastic. What else do you put on it?
Just like, so what kind of cheese they have? The Monterey Jack cheese with lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, spinach, and pickles.
Okay. And what about, do you put any sauce on there? What was it?
Light ranch.
Light ranch. Okay. Let's break those down. In that Subway sandwich, I'm just going to show a picture here of some delicious Subway. Oh my. I'm going to talk about my favorites in a second. Let's break those down, those components. The BLT. Let's talk about, let's break it apart. Help me break it apart. I'll save you some time. All the vegetables we'll just lump together as vegetables. Okay, so what are the different calorie components to that sandwich? Let's list what are they. We'll go through how many calories are they really.
Okay, well, you got your bread, the wheat, whole wheat bread. And then you got your bacon. And your cheese.
Okay.
And then everything else is all vegetables.
Okay.
With the ranch.
Yep, with the ranch. So let's go in reverse order. With the ranch, how many calories would you guesstimate is going on there?
I don't know.
Let's think about it.
I don't know.
Let's think about it. Okay, so where do we go? Where do we start from here? If someone does not know how to figure out the calories that are on there, this is a very good and powerful thought experiment to kind of reverse engineer how many calories it has. You could just type it in MyFitnessPal, but I want to teach you a new skill to reverse engineer this stuff, because I'm gonna guess, like, are you of an engineering mindset? Do you like kind of like breaking these problems down and stuff?
I mean, I just like rocks.
All right, rocks. This is interesting, like rocks. So we're gonna keep on reverse engineering Subway sandwiches, something geology, something obsidian glass shards.
Yeah.
So let's break this down. The ranch. Let's start with the volume of the light ranch. If you were to guess based off of tablespoons, how many do you know off the top of your head what a tablespoon is roughly equivalent to in volume? Like, can you visualize what a tablespoon looks like? Or is that, if you don't, then we can break that down too.
I can visualize it.
Okay, good. For those who can't visualize it, a good rule of thumb would be your thumb. It would be like the last digit of your thumb, roughly speaking, that volume, approximately a tablespoon. So rule of thumb is your thumb for the tablespoon. Okay, this is basically the last 50% of your thumb of the digit. So how many tablespoons of light ranch would you guess they are putting on your sandwich?
Probably 5.
Probably 5. And what is that in MyFitnessPal? Let's look that up right now. Let's just break it down. Let's craft our own Subway sandwich. Even though you could go through the steps, or you could just search for it and probably get a good estimate. I want to teach you to break things down, reverse engineer it. So light ranch, let's do it together. If you're in chat, do this with us. MyFitnessPal, light ranch. How many calories are we getting from those 5 tablespoons?
But 200.
Yeah, I'm getting about also 200-ish calories around there. What do you think about that?
That's a lot.
It is a lot. That is a fuck ton, if you ask me. Now, they may not be putting on that much. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Right.
This is something that you should pay attention to. And I agree. I think most people, I'm not saying it to obsess over it, but to some degree, we should start being more aware of what we're putting in our body and what quantity are we putting in our body. Okay? So that's 200 calories. Do you feel like it makes much of a difference for how much it is helping you in terms of feeling like you're full or not?
Not really. I mean, I think what makes me feel full in the sandwich part is like mainly on the bread that I'm eating with it.
What about the vegetables?
I don't know. I just like vegetables.
Yeah, I like vegetables too.
I mean, yeah, I guess they would take a role in that as well.
Let's look at the sauces. I mean, the vegetables in just a second, but the sauces. For the sauces, what are some very low calorie or 0 calorie sauces to swap it out for?
I could do like was that Italian or the balsamic vinaigrette or something like that?
Do you know what is called their exact name at Subway?
Nope.
I'm gonna try it out. Subway. I actually don't know what it's called. If anyone knows the name in chat, please let us know what it is for what they call it. I'm curious if they mention it. Yeah, Italian vinaigrette dressing. Okay. All right. Yeah. Italian vinaigrette dressing. Let's go by ounces. Yeah, Italian Subway, Italian vinaigrette. I found it for you. I'm just going to give you the punchline answer, which is 1 ounce. You know how many calories it is?
So you're going to give it to me.
So I'm going to, but just take a guess. Take a guess. About like 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon roughly, which is about roughly an ounce. What would you guess? How many calories?
50?
73. Which, I mean, honestly, like, it could be off by a lot. But if they put on anywhere close to the same volume, how is that in terms of calories? We compare the two.
It's not much of a difference.
Right. Where do you think all those calories come from? I'll give you a hint. Italian vinaigrette dressings are usually composed of just oil plus like a balsamic vinegar or some sort of vinegar. Which of those two is contributing the most amount of calories to that?
Probably the oil.
The oil, 100%.
Yeah.
It is the oil. Vinegar is pretty much 0 calories. So out of sauces, guess what are some 0-calorie sauces that you can choose?
Vinegar.
Vinegar is one, if you like vinegar. There's also mustard. How do you feel about yellow mustard?
I don't like mustard or mayo.
Okay. Do they, how do you feel about balsamic vinegar? Not a vinaigrette, but just vinegar in general.
I use it in cooking a lot, so I like it. Yeah.
How do you feel about hot sauce, spicy food?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about sriracha?
Oh yeah.
I love sriracha.
Double win there. Yes.
How many calories would you guess sriracha is per tablespoon? Take a guess.
I don't know, but I can go get it out of my fridge. Right
It's okay. You don't have to. Well, just take a guess. one tablespoon sriracha. How many calories?
Maybe 20?
It's close to 0. It's practically 0 calories.
It is close to 0?
Yep. Sriracha. It's something like 5 calories or something. Like it's stupidly small. Sriracha hot chili sauce. Let's look this up really quick. 1 ounce is what? 35 calories? Doesn't seem right. Hold on. 1 ounce that has 35 calories.
Says 5.
It says 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 sounds more right. I don't know which one I was looking at. But yeah, it's somewhere around there. And plus, let's be real. How many tablespoons of sriracha are you going to put on your sandwich?
Probably not.
Not like 5 tablespoons, right? Like a tablespoon or 2 at most. Right? So sriracha, practically 0 calories. Mustard is also in the same category. If we zoom in on Subway's website and we look at their sauce options, calorie light versus calorie dense. We've got mustard is calorie light. That's it. Everything else is calorie dense here. How do you feel about bringing and packing your own sriracha?
I could probably do that. I could pull that off.
I think you should. That's going to be, I think, a easy win. Because you don't like mustard, that's fine. I personally love mustard. But if you need sauce, go for the hot sauce. Some sort of hot sauce, because that's practically 0. Tons of flavor, very few calories in that. Sriracha, fantastic. Let's talk about the veggies. Let's talk about the veggies that you listed. You mentioned lettuce, tomatoes, onions, pickles. Let's just say...
No onion.
Oh, sorry, no onions. What other ones did you like?
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers. Good.
Spinach.
Let's just say you had 2 fists worth of those vegetables. How many calories do you think? Like, because like, would you say that's a reasonable estimate? 2 fists of vegetables are spread out over your sandwich?
Yeah.
Somewhere to that order. What would you guess the calories are in these 2 fists?
Probably close to 100 to 200.
It's much less than that.
Maybe less.
We're talking about like to the order of 50 calories or less for that much. Let's break it down. Let's go piece by piece. Here we go. Rapid fire. Speed run this. Let's go together. MyFitnessPal. Let's just ballpark these in terms of cups. 1 fist is about 1 cup. Okay, so let's just do half cup lettuce, half cup tomatoes, half cup half cup cucumbers, half cup. What was the other one that you did? Is that it?
Pickles.
Pickles. Half cup pickles. Pickles a lot, but half cup all of that stuff right now. Half cup it. Let's go do it together. Read it out loud as you get each one. Half cup of lettuce. Tell us how many calories that is.
3.5.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Lettuce is practically 0.
Yeah, 3.5 of lettuce. I don't know how to spell tomato.
I'll get tomatoes really quick.
0.
Because it's a little bit tricky. I'm trying to look by cups. I'll do tomatoes. Yeah, it's coming as soup. Tomato slices. I'm gonna go tomato slices. Okay, I found something close to it, which is tomato slices for a 6-inch sub, which I'm guessing you eat a foot long. For a foot long tomato slices, they would put on there, they would put 6 slices. It's 13 calories. Okay.
Okay.
What about the other ones? Did you find cucumbers?
Cucumbers. There's a bunch of different ones. Change this to cups.
Yep. Let's change it to cups. It can be difficult sometimes to find the right units.
Yeah. 2 pieces.
For cucumbers, half a cup, I got about 10 calories.
Okay,
and then,
that's what I was seeing. Okay.
Okay, good. And then the last one, wait, lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. Spinach. I'll tell you right now, it's like 0. You're getting 0 from that. So we'll move on to the next one. What else is on there? Pickles. Half a cup of pickles, which is a lot. You're probably not doing half a cup, but fuck it. Let's do a whole fucking half cup. Because I love pickles.
Okay. I love pickles.
I love pickles so much. We're going to do a half cup on our sandwich.
Oh my God.
More pickles, please. Yes. I'm having a hard time finding. Right me too. I love mustard. I love sour stuff. I'm having a hard time finding an entire half cup of pickle, but I found an entire fucking pickle and it's 5 calories. Okay. All together for all of this stuff, we're looking at about 30 to 40 calories for the 2 fists of vegetables. For the Subway sandwich, 2 fists, 40 calories. What do you think about that for terms of calorie light versus calorie dense?
That's really calorie light for all the veggies. Exactly.
Think about how much volume it's going to take up in your stomach for how few calories. When I eat at Subway, I just pile it on. I eat pretty much every one of these vegetables is almost 0 calories. Baby spinach, banana peppers, black olives is slightly more calorie dense, but it's still very close to 0. Cucumbers, green bell peppers, lettuce, pickles, red onions, tomatoes, all of those very, very close to 0. Avocado guacamole starts to rank. It goes up a little bit. It depends on how much you eat on there. So those are slightly more calorie dense. Jalapenos also practically 0. The moral of the story is what? For the sandwich and the vegetables, to feel full, what should we do?
Pack in more veggies.
Absolutely. Load up on those vegetables. And also, like, part of me, I just get a kick out of knowing that I'm eating things that I don't normally eat. Like, I don't frequently eat olives. I don't frequently eat cucumbers or bell peppers or red onions. And I think I feel good. Like, I try to focus on the feeling that I'm eating some fruits and vegetables or rare things that I should probably eat more often, but I don't get very often. Because diversifying your diet, I think, is a really good idea. So I kind of just like stroke my own ego, like, oh yeah, that feels good. Yeah, all the vegetables. So that helps keep me going anyway. Okay. In terms of cheese, let's break this down. Cheese. How many slices of cheese do they put on your sandwich?
2, actually, because it's quartered or it's halved.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way they layer it is, I think it's just 2.
Okay.
Slices.
2 slices of pepper jack. Yeah. So 2 slices pepper jack. How many calories is that?
I don't know.
Let's do it right now. Do you have a guess?
No.
I like encouraging people to guess, because if you take some time to actually formulate a thought on this, and then you check your answer, it's going to stick with you better because you're more actively involved with this thought process. Like, you're owning it more. Did you find the answer?
Well, this one says 220 calories. for 2 ounces, but
Their slices are thin, so yep. What is it?
80. It says 80 for 1 slice.
That sounds about right.
Is that right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to it.
It doesn't say 70. So.
It might be a little bit less because they slice it thinly, but it's close enough. So 160 calories of cheese. How would you rank that on calorie light versus calorie dense?
Medium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it being kind of on the medium side. Personally, I would say a little bit more calorie dense just because I don't feel particularly full off of that, but it may not be as dense as like the ranch. The ranch was pretty dense.
Right.
And then finally the bread. Let's look at the bread. We're talking about 12 inches of their whole wheat, right?
Right.
So I'm going to type in 12-inch whole wheat. See if you can find it. Subway bread. I'm going to see if I can find the bread by itself. This might be tricky. Nope, I think I found it.
110?
No, I think it's more than that. Subway bread. Are you looking for Subway specific bread?
Subway. No, that was just... Oh, that was totally wrong. Okay. What is it, like in the 200s?
I'm seeing 400.
420.
Yep.
8.
420. And that sounds about right because one slice of bread from a normal loaf is about 100 calories. So if you look at the Subway sandwich and you break it down by volume, like how many slices of normal bread does it equate? I would say 4 slices of normal bread sounds about right in terms of volume, right? What do you think? What are you thinking right now?
Yeah. That sounds good. About 420, but go on.
And then how many slices of deli meat do you think you're getting on that sandwich? Roughly.
Well, I'm only getting bacon on it.
BLT, doesn't that? Right. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Okay, sorry, bacon. How many, sorry, yeah, I was thinking the wrong sandwich. How many strips of bacon, full bacon, do you think you're getting?
They put 4 or 8 strips, something like that.
4 or 8 strips. So we'll go with, let's go with 4. 4 strips of bacon. How many calories roughly?
God dang. I just want to guess like in the 200s for bacon too.
4 slices of bacon is only 120 calories. It's actually not too bad.
Not that, okay.
It's not as bad as you might think. But then again, how much bacon do we eat? That's, that could be a concern.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, we're adding this up, right? 200 calories from the dressing, like 40 calories from the vegetables. Pepper jack cheese, 160 calories. The bread, 420 calories. Bacon, 120 calories, maybe a little bit more. Roughly speaking, we're approaching close to 1,000 calories for that sandwich.
God dang.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Similarly, for the sandwiches here, the Subway sandwiches on the left, the tuna melt is also like in the 1K club. It's a bit on the high end. The roast beef is a little bit on the lower end. Roast beef is a leaner meat. It doesn't contribute too much. If you cut out the sauce, it is just like mustard or your hot sauce. If you go with calorie light vegetables, consider cutting out the cheese or going for Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is a little bit more calorie light than pepper jack. You can start shaving down these calories. A roast beef sandwich from Subway at 12 inches is about 700 calories. And I load up the vegetables and I feel really full off of it. Were you going to say something?
No, I was trying to hold in a yawn.
No worries. Sleep challenge. You gotta do the sleep challenge. In terms of bread, consider the flat bread. It might be a little bit less calories for what you're getting. Wraps. Someone's saying wraps greater than sandwich. The wraps, I don't know the tortilla size, but sometimes wraps are actually more calories than the bread. It just depends. I recommend you pay attention to it and check it out. But still, despite eating like a 600 or 700, 800 calorie sandwich from Subway, it's still going to be more calorie light than most of the options from Whataburger. What do you normally get from Whataburger?
I get the grilled chicken sandwich.
How many of those do you feel full off of?
One.
So Whataburger. You're eating one, what was it again, grilled chicken sandwich?
Yeah,
Sandwich, right? Let's look this up. Okay. How many calories would you guess that is? I'll tell you the answer after you guess.
It's in the thousands.
It's actually not bad. It's only 450.
It's not, yeah.
So
right, but
450.
then you add in the fries and then the drink.
What do you get for a drink?
Dr. Pepper.
How do you feel about diet soda instead of Dr. Pepper?
I don't like diet soda.
Why not?
I don't know. I'll drink a diet Dr. Pepper, yeah, but
Yeah, honestly, like diet Dr. Pepper is the only diet soda my wife and I like. But
yeah.
What about just water? Drinking water with your food?
I do. Yeah, sometimes I'll just get the burger with nothing else because I have like have this whole thing full of water.
Yeah.
That I fill up. So.
How do you feel about the calories? Like the choice of which one's to get you less calories? Burger in the water or burger, fries, soda?
Well, the burger in the water, yeah, less calories.
Yes.
But my thing is, so if this is my only meal that I'm actually like eating, my mind is like, okay, I gotta get like all of this in my body because I'm dying.
Why do you feel like you're dying? What's going on? You just feel hungry?
Because I just like, yeah, because it's like I don't want to. Because once I get to the hotel room and I shower and stuff, like I don't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to stay there and relax and just go to sleep.
What about buying 2 sandwiches and just saving the second one for later, and so you don't do the fries with the soda?
I don't know. Never thought about that because
my
thing too is like the whole time I was at the place and I was eating this every single day was like I actually got tired of eating it, and then I only ended up eating like half of everything towards the end of the time I was there, just because I was
fatiguing on the food.
Eating it. Yes.
Was it okay? So that sounds to me like it's a win in terms of you reducing calories, but I feel like it's not based on what you're saying. Did something else go wrong? What else happened?
No, I was just tired of eating it. Well, then I actually had gone to a store there, like a grocery store, and I bought like a bag of cucumbers and the peeler, and I was eating that for my snacks at night. And that was the only time I ever did that because it was a pain to do that. So.
Because you were basically getting tired of eating the food, but you were still hungry, and so you chose to fill up on more vegetables, right?
Yeah.
That's a win. To me, that's a win. If you instead had eaten half the Whataburger and you're like, fuck this, fuck all this food that I'm eating, this crappy, I'm tired of eating this stuff, I'm gonna go to the store and buy a giant bag of chips, then we've got a problem. Then we've identified an issue with your food fatigue is leading to a worse outcome. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you eat half the sandwich and then you fill up on vegetables afterward, to me, that's a win. We're reducing calories. You're eating more vegetables, right? Is that sustainable or no? You're just like, fuck it. I'm tired of Whataburger. I don't eat it anymore.
That was just one of those. I'm done. I'm going to go get cucumbers.
Okay. This kind of strategy, so one of the tricks for weight loss is feeling as full as you can off as few calories as possible, making the food taste just good enough that you can tolerate it and don't hate it because you don't be fucking hating life. Make it taste good enough, but also keep the calories low, right? So you want to avoid food fatigue, where you're not just eating cucumbers and like celery every day, you just get sick of it. We want to avoid that for sure. But we don't make it so hyper delicious that we're eating the Whataburger plus the fries and the soda, which is one, they're all very dense in calories, but then you also you keep eating. It's so easy to keep eating because it's so delicious. You know what I mean? So there's a bit of a balance here. Also, just to give you the punchline, rice bowls are another good choice. If you basically just do a brown rice plus a lean protein plus lots of vegetables, those also tend to be lower calorie, like 500-ish calories for a bowl. It depends on the size and what you're going for, but also zero calorie sauces like sriracha or hot sauce is very widely available there. I would recommend those as well. So what do you think so far?
I like it. It's good options.
Mm-hmm.
Good options to do.
Okay.
Um,
Is this helping?
Go on. Yeah, it is.
Okay, good. Also, let's talk about restaurants really quick. I highly recommend you also look at these restaurants, these big chain restaurants, to see how many calories are actually in these things, because just because it's a salad, it may actually still be super packed dense with calories. Like, I'll give you an example. A Greek salad with no cheese and no olives would be pretty calorie light, because the cheese and the cheese is kind of, well, olives are not too bad, but like the cheese is pretty calorie dense. A salad like a Caesar salad dressing with like tons of croutons and tons of dressing, that'd be a lot more calories for how full you're gonna feel. These are the kinds of things to think about. Unfortunately, restaurants like the ones that you mentioned, like BJ's and the other giant chain restaurants, their job is just to make food taste fucking delicious, and they just pack it with as much carbs and fats and delicious stuff as they can, so that it's very difficult to find anything calorie light there. My suggestion, who's paying for this food, by the way?
Either me, or if it's like a Tex Dot project, Texas is.
Okay. Are you strapped for cash at all? Are you like, trying to like pinch pennies a bit? Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that might help you is to get the restaurant food, cut it in half, and package it up, so you save half of it for another meal for another day.
Right.
1, you're saving money. 2, you're reducing calories. And I don't know about you, but I get a kick out of saving money. And so I like to focus on the fact that I'm helping out my budget. By doing this, I'm extending 2 meals into 1, and I'm fitting my calorie goals. That's my quick tip for restaurant food. Unfortunately, there's just simply not good choices, but you should spend the time to look at the meals and look it up on MyFitnessPal to see what you can do as an option. Okay? Now, we don't have too much time left. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Is there any way that I can like meal prep some stuff to take on the road that won't go bad or something like that if it's sitting in the car for a while?
So unfortunately, that's really tough. As you've already identified, you have no microwave. You don't have good options. I think fresh fruits and veggies is really your best option. And then beyond that, because you're on the go with no microwave, it's incredibly difficult to meal prep anything. Just straight up with you. Like, I don't think it's that practical. I think long term, you could think of like solutions of trying to get some sort of microwave like type job, or a job where you have access to a microwave, because that simplifies things a lot. Otherwise, the best you can do is prepping sandwiches, wraps, stuff like that. Watch the calories in the tortillas. Tortillas, depending on the size, can really sneak up on you. But that's it. There's honestly not good options. I think the better long-term solution for you is mastering fast food and restaurant food to identify what will help you hit your calorie goals.
Right.
That's the direction that I would go for you, because you're busy and you're on the move. Unless you can get used to sandwiches and wraps.
Yeah. I don't know.
Coolers can work. Some people are mentioning coolers. The issue with coolers, it comes back to the same thing. Like, if the food has to be eaten hot, there's no good solution for that. If the food can be eaten cold, like sandwiches, you can do sandwiches and wraps. And if you go to the meal prep website, I have some suggestions for some wraps. It's basically like deli wraps. That it's basically like you take out the bread and use tortilla instead. It's a little bit less soggy, but you can also toast bread to make it last longer, so it's not so soggy.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you want to talk about?
There's something else I wanted to ask, but so recently I've been getting to the gym. I haven't traveled in a while lately, but I'm gonna start. Like, work's starting to pick up, and so I'm gonna be out in the field a lot, traveling places. So I guess like I started going to the gym, and like I want to reach my weight goal of 150, right? So right now I'm 173, but my thing is like, I know I have the thyroid issue, but I'm not gonna like put it on that completely, but it just makes it harder to lose the weight. So
Yeah.
I guess what we talked about now is going to help out a lot. But while I'm traveling and in the road and on the road and all that stuff, like, what can I do to stay active? Like, while I'm in the hotel room doing all this stuff, like,
what do you have access to for gym equipment usually?
In a hotel room, they usually have some free weights, treadmill, elliptical. And they don't really have they have the pulley system bench press and squat rack.
Yeah, so a lot of machines.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's typically what's there. Other than that, I just kind of do stuff in my hotel room, like a burn, some sort of burn. Like I'll do push-ups. I do burpees, bodyweight squats, lunges, stuff like that. But there's a point where I'm just like, I want to do other stuff, and then of course abs. But
yeah,
then I get bored doing those.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is, I can't get bored because then I won't do them.
Okay, got it.
I have to keep it. Yeah. Exploring
the gym. That sounds kind of exciting. You got a different gym everywhere you go, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's interesting, but if I have a workout plan that I'm gonna do, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go to this gym, and then they don't have what I need there, I'm like, well, what can I supplement for this? And most of the time, I can't. My brain doesn't work fast enough, and I can't think of what to do to supplement a workout.
What do you give me an example of something that you wish you had that sometimes is there, sometimes it's not?
I wish they actually had Olympic lifting area.
Olympic barbells?
For squats. Mm-hmm. Yes, for squats and deadlifts and...
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry.
I know.
That's just not going to happen.
I wish they had more of the straight bars with the weights on them. You know what I'm talking about?
They're basically barbells, but they're preset weights. Yeah.
Yes.
But they have dumbbells, right? You almost always have dumbbells.
Yeah.
Right? You almost always have some basic machines like leg press, right?
No, they don't always have a leg press machine.
Okay.
Some of it is very just here's some free weights. Here's one of those where you can do a chest fly and stuff like that. But other than that, and then a treadmill, and then there you go.
Yeah.
And then that's all you got.
How do you feel about resistance bands, TRX ropes, packing that stuff to go with you?
I could do that. I do have a band. I actually have one right here. I have one of these.
Great. Hey, bands. I got the same thing. Yeah.
And then I have this band can actually be traded out for a more resistance band. So yeah, so I have that. And then I have a big green rubber band. Does that make sense?
But basically you have more tubes, you have options. You could throw in more stuff. I would recommend buying more. Let's make a plan for you right now.
Okay.
So let's build this around what you will have most of the time, and sometimes you won't have available. I'm sorry, but with your lifestyle, barbell lifting, we should just not even try. I love barbell lifting. Right. We're unfortunately gonna have to leave this out until things get consistent for you. So instead, let's work on something else, and let's work out another option. So exercise. If you guys know, in my chat, !beginner fat loss, there are some basic exercise routines to lose weight. Basically the real focus of it is basically hitting compound exercises, hitting the main body parts, plus doing some cardio. So let's start with HIIT cardio. What do you have access to in terms of cardio equipment there? Treadmills, ellipticals? What do we got?
Sometimes they have a bike.
Okay, bike. What do you like doing? Treadmill, bike, elliptical? Which of those do you enjoy?
I don't like cardio at all, but I guess
feel you.
I would have to choose the bike.
I hate personally. I fucking hate cardio as well. I do not enjoy it. But that is why I hit cardio. I think
just lift weights faster.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, just lift weights faster, bro. The bike would be my first go-to as well. I would do that. Do you like ellipticals or not really?
I like them. I feel like I get a full, like my whole body gets into it.
Okay. So we'll put that in there for ellipticals being
They don't always have them there is the thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, is it pretty common though? You see a bike or elliptical?
Yeah, I'll see one or the other. They always have a treadmill. I'll say
Yeah, they pretty much always
have a treadmill.
How do you feel about jogging versus HIIT cardio versus just walking?
I prefer to walk.
Okay.
But jogging's all right.
What about HIIT on the bike? Don't feel guilty. I feel like you're feeling guilty right now. Like you're confessing to, I'm sorry, Father Tom.
Okay.
Father Fitness. I'm so guilty. Look, hey, I'm telling you right now, I don't like cardio either. We got to find something you don't hate because we got to build a plan around stuff you don't hate.
I'll do it. I like HIIT. Yeah.
Good.
We'll do HIIT cardio.
Good. You know, the nice thing about HIIT, it's like a Band-Aid. You just rip it off and you're done. Like it's quick. HIIT cardio on the bike. Do you know of how to break it down to do HIIT cardio on the bike, or do you feel like you want me to explain some stuff here?
If you can explain it, I think isn't there a way that you can like program it or something like that?
They might. It depends on the equipment, but it's just better if you just do it yourself. So do 20 to 30 seconds. Seconds, max intensity, or max effort, plus high resistance, and then 60 to 120 seconds, low effort, low resistance. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, explain it to me, because I don't even know what I type sometimes.
Oh man.
I don't understand what I'm even typing these days.
So the high resistance is gonna be like more work on your legs, that's the HIIT, the high intensity portion of it. Right? And then for your recovery portion or your low effort resistance, you're doing the low resistance. So it's almost like 1 to 2 resistance on the cycle.
Yeah, very good. So 20, 30 seconds, you're pushing so hard that you can't even focus on anything else. And then you drop the resistance, you drop your speed, how much you're pedaling for the next minute or two. And then you just pedal really gently. Realistically, when you first start, you're going to do like 15 seconds on and then you're fucking dead. And then you do like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes of just pedaling really slowly. That's okay. Eventually work towards 30 seconds of max effort, 60 seconds of rest as an example, or 60 seconds low effort. And then do these intervals for 10 to 30 minutes. Whatever you feel like doing. Realistically, 20 minutes is good, but start, 10 minutes. So you're really going to do like 2 or 3 hard intervals, and then you'll be resting many minutes. And you're going to build up to it. You're actually going to progress really fast. Okay?
All right.
Now, let's do legs, pull, push. Let's do what we can at the gym. What do they always have for equipment?
Free weights, dumbbells.
Okay, dumbbells. What else?
What else do they have?
Do you have a bench? Almost pretty much every time there's a bench.
Yeah.
Bench. Okay, what else we got?
There's a bench.
Sometimes machines, right?
Yeah, sometimes the machines. Other times it's
Goblet squats. Do you know how to do a goblet squat?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're gonna do goblet squats.
If you want me to perform it, you can.
Right now, I want you to do 20 sets AMRAP. No, goblet squats. 3 by. Let's do 8 to 12.
Okay.
3 by 8 to 12. Where do you understand? What does this mean? 3 by 8 to 12.
3 sets of 8 reps or 12 reps.
Okay, what happens if you hit 12 reps?
Then you stop.
What do you do next time? If you hit 3 sets, all 3 sets, 12 reps, what do you do next time? You hit the gym.
You increase it.
Increase what?
Either the weight or the reps.
Good. Very, very good. Both of those are good forms of progression. I would suggest the weights, but this rep range, by the way, all these rep ranges I'm about to give are suggestions. You don't have to keep these. You can change it up however you'd like. But let's just start with 3 by 8 to 12 for goblet squats. Goblet squats, for those who don't know, you basically have the dumbbell in your hands, like holding like a goblet, and you squat down. It's very similar to a front squat, and it's very accessible. Goblet squats, 3 by 12. Okay. Now let's see what else. If they have leg press, 3 by. Again, the rep ranges don't matter that much, but let's do also 8 to 12. You know, higher might be better for some of these. So don't be afraid to bump that up to like 10 to 12 or 10 to 14 or like, 12 to 15. It doesn't really matter that much. In fact, for this one, let's bump it up. 12 to 15. Okay, leg press. What else do they have? Bodyweight squats. You can always do that. 3 by MRAP. Do as many as you can.
They almost always have like a step up thing. Like a little thing you can step up.
Okay.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Actually, that brings up another good point. I want to talk about single leg squats, like split squats. How do you feel about split squats? Have you done it before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I'm wearing jeans right now, but it looks kind of like this, where like you have one leg up on a bench, and then you're basically squatting down.
Yeah.
Single leg squats, like Bulgarian split squats, are very difficult, and it's a great way to tire yourself out off of limited equipment. So Bulgarian split squats, 3 by 8 to 12, weighted. Do it weighted if it's too easy. Okay, so you start adding a dumbbell, you hold it like a goblet squat type of thing. So it seems to me like we got plenty of equipment that you could consistently do. Leg press, they may not have it. Let's substitute something for that. If they don't have leg press, pick another exercise, like do more goblet squats. So if equipment's missing, do more of the starred exercises. So let's put this up here. So basically, goblet squats. That's the starred one. You don't have the equipment, just fucking do more goblet squats. Lower the weights, increase the reps, change it up a little bit. All right, that's plenty. This is plenty, by the way. This is almost too much, but fuck it. You're bored in the hotel room, you got stuff to do, let's fucking do it. Okay? Pull. Do they have... You're 5 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm only 5.
Okay, they have pull-up bars, I'm sure, right? You said they have those step-up things. Can you easily place those step-up things under the pull-up bar?
I'm still short.
Okay.
I still can't.
Walk me through this. What can we do to get you up there to reach the pull-up bar? Is it gonna be, is this realistic at all to get equipment for you to stand on to reach the pull-up bar?
I mean, I can move the bench and stand on the bench.
Okay, if that's realistic for you, I don't know what the setups are like, because that's what I would do. My wife, waifu does that. When she's doing pull-ups or like pull-up negatives, which I'll talk about in a second, she'll move the bench under the pull-up bar and she'll stand on that because she's also short. She's 5'3".
Yeah.
So same thing there. Get the bench, put it under there, and then do pull. If you put the bench on it and you stand on it, can you reach the bar easily?
Yeah. For
Okay.
the most part.
Good. So let's start there. Negatives. A pull-up negative. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, you hold it as long as you can, and you're like slowly going down.
Exactly. You jump up in the air, make the easy part hard. So you basically, you just jump up as high as you can, and then you lower yourself as slowly as you can. Try to hit full range of motion, which means if your legs, let me move the bench into position. If your legs are touching, this is a problem that waifu had, actually. I had to correct her form, which was she was doing chin-ups, and basically she would jump up to the top, she would lower herself slowly, but as soon as her legs touched, she stopped. So her arms didn't go to the full lengthening, which is basically pretty much letting your arms fully extend to the point where you're hanging at the bottom. So what I'm saying is, for the pull-up negatives or chin-up negatives, it doesn't even matter. What I want you to do is jump up in the air and then lower yourself as slowly as possible. Even though my legs are touching, I'm still lowering myself slowly. Make sense?
Yeah.
So make sure you're going down all the way is the moral of the story.
Okay.
All right.
Go down
3
all the
by
way. Got it.
AMRAP. Yeah. Just go down. What could go wrong with that, right? It's good advice. Just go down. All right. So chin-ups, pull-ups. Good. How do you feel about dumbbell rows?
I can do those.
Okay. Great. Dumbbell rows.
I've worked out in the gym before, so.
Great.
Yeah.
Dumbbell rows, 3 by 8 to 12. Pulleys. Do you often find they have pulleys there for you to just pull stuff?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. It's a hit or miss on those.
Okay. So you are okay with getting resistance bands and bringing them with you, right?
Yeah.
How about TRX ropes? How do you feel about those? They're kind of expensive.
They are.
Let's not get them. Just buy additional bands. Buy more bands that would increase the difficulty of what you can work with. So dumbbell rows, and then do machine or cable rows. Cable rows or resistance band rows. I'm gonna go much higher reps. 3 by 15 to 20 because it's just easier with the pulley cable stuff. It's hard to go very heavy with these. It's a lot easier just to do higher reps. So we'll do that. Okay. You should always have this equipment or these exercise options available to you in your hotel, right?
Right.
Okay, good. Because you can pack the resistance bands to go with you. Done. Push. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about push. What can you do for push exercises?
Besides push-ups? I can do a dumbbell bench press.
Good.
Possibly incline bench press.
Let's leave incline out just because it's going to be hit and miss. Dumbbell bench press is good enough. Dumbbell bench press, 3 by 8 to 12. Dumbbell OHP overhead press, 3 by 8 to 12. Are there any particular body parts you care about trying to develop or sculpt or for aesthetics?
My butt.
We'll get some booty workouts in here then. What else?
Getting them firm. Getting it firmer.
The firm booty.
Firm, but yes. And then I guess just kind of like I want my stomach to go down. Like I want that to go down.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like I always, because I don't know if you look at my arms already, like they're already kind of
getting them gains. Got it.
Yeah.
So we're going to take off dumbbell overhead press because it doesn't sound like that's going to be that necessary for your goals. Dumbbell overhead press we're taking out.
For my shoulders, yeah, because I have my left arm is actually pretty bad.
Okay.
My shoulders.
So let's leave it out to play it safe. Addressing those, it's not a part of your goals, it sounds like, to give a shit about shoulders, to put it bluntly.
I want to get stronger, so.
I see.
Do the Arnold. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had some sort of problem, like an injury with it.
No.
Okay. So then.
No, it is. It's a lot weaker and stuff.
Okay.
But it's because it got messed up before, but I'm trying to get it stronger around.
Okay, so you do want to do some dumbbell overhead press. Got it. Okay, we'll leave it in there. Dumbbell HP, 3 by 8 to 12 as well. What else? I want to leave space, so we're not gonna, because like this is already a lot. By the way, this is a long workout. I forgot to ask. This is a very important question. How much time do you have to work out at the gym when you go?
All night.
Good
All night long.
answer. That's the answer I want to hear, because you're basically got nothing to do, right? Let's just fucking max this out and like let's make the most of it. Let's do the next part, which is gonna be booty and abs. Okay, booty and abs workouts.
Okay.
For the booty, let's do some hip thrusts.
Okay.
Hip thrusts, dumbbell, and you can do weighted if it gets too easy.
I've actually never done that before.
They're tricky. I could go over the form briefly, but 3 by 8 to 12. They should have yoga mats there, right?
Yeah.
If the weight gets uncomfortable on your groin, put a yoga mat there to help brace it so it doesn't hurt as much. Okay?
Okay.
So a weighted hip thrust, I'll demonstrate this really quick, but basically you get a bench. They look awkward. You just got to get over it. You want the booty, you got to do hip thrusts.
I've seen some people do it.
Yeah, so for the hip thrust, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pivot, like I'm gonna lean against the bench, and I'm gonna have a pivot point across my shoulder blades, and then there'll be a weight on my groin, and that's gonna be where I am gonna be doing the hip thrust. So I'm gonna lay down on the bench with my shoulder blades on the bench like this, and then I would put a weight here, and then at the top of the movement, I should be straight. My body and torso and legs should be straight. I should have about a 90-degree angle at my knees. And then you just go down as low as comfortable. And my shoulder blades are pivoting off the bench and it's locked in place. Feel that squeeze at the top.
Okay.
That's the power of hip thrust. Beautiful hip thrust. One of the best booty builders out there. So 3 by 8 to 12. Great. If you are bored and you want to hit your booty even harder, do single leg hip thrusts, 3 by AMRAP. This is optional if you have time, but that's a great booty builder. The single leg one. Whew. And that's the important thing is we're crafting this based off of what you have access to at the hotels. You should be able to do this exercise routine almost every single time. Abs. Do you have any back issues?
No.
Okay. The reason why I asked that is because abs can be hit and miss in terms of how much they might hurt your back or not, depending on the exercise. I'm a huge fan of !abs. This is my favorite abs routine, which is basically doing cable crunches. Because sometimes they have cable pulleys, right? You said,
Right.
Do they have lat pull downs pretty often, or is that kind of hit and miss?
That's a hit and miss too.
Okay, so forget it. We're not going to use that one. Abs. Circuit. Abs circuit. Abs circuit. You would do basically three sets AMRAP for each of these. You do cable crunches or resistance band crunches. Those are hard, by the way. It's hard to do those correctly. So it takes some skill, so be patient with yourself if you don't feel it. But you should feel when you do that correctly, you will feel the upper abs contracting the hardest to do a cable crunch properly. You basically get some sort of cable resistance above your head or in front of you, something like this, and you crunch down. You don't use any other body part. You try not to cheat on it. Use your, basically you just bring your head down to your chest or to your stomach the best you can. Cable crunches, resistance band crunches. You can use a resistance band, same idea. You tie it to the pull-up bar. You would tie the resistance bands to the pull-up bar, and then you get underneath it and you crunch down. Okay?
Okay.
Now, next one, leg raises or hanging leg raises. Leg raises, if you're laying leg raises without equipment, you would just be laying down on the ground. Basically like in like a crunch position, but then you're kind of like raising your legs up and you lower them slowly. Those are leg raises. It works to lower abs, but those can be very hard on the back, which is why I prefer hanging leg raises.
Okay.
These are ab slings. These are not too expensive, like $20. They're very portable. I would recommend getting 2 of these. And then what you do is you attach, you hook the ab sling over a pull-up bar. So like you walk up to the pull-up bar, you hook it above like this, and then you put your arm in it and you put another one on the other side, and you use this to support yourself, and you do hanging leg raises. And it's a really good ab workout. These are pretty portable. Like, is this something that you think you can buy?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay. Yeah, so get those. If you don't have it for some reason, you can't do it. Regular leg raises are fine, but I like hanging leg raises a lot better. And then bicycle crunches. And then planks. Bicycle crunches, I think, are another good, simple, easy ab exercise. Planks, just finish with planks. So this circuit, what you do is, do you understand what you do for the circuit?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain it to me, because I don't even know what I'm typing anymore.
So for the circuit?
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing, wait, so how many, we're doing 3 sets of how many reps?
AMRAP. Do you know what AMRAP is?
AMRAP. Say it again.
AMRAP is as many reps as possible.
As possible.
So you go until you fatigue.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Feel the burn.
Right. So you basically do all those in a circuit 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So you die.
Yep. So you do one set of cable crunches, as many as you can as you start to fatigue. Move on to leg raises immediately. As you start to fatigue, immediately move to bicycle crunches. As soon as you start to fatigue, immediately move to planks. As long as you can. 1 set. And then 3 sets of that. Okay?
Okay.
And remember, keep the form. As you start to fatigue and form starts to break for any AMRAP set, stop the set. Okay? You don't want to push past form breakdown. Stop before that. Anyway, okay. Booty, abs, all of this stuff. After that, you have time. If you have time, list cardio. Incline walk as long as you can. What can you do when you're incline walking? Or just walking in general? What are some enjoyable things to do?
Oh,
sorry, I should have been more specific.
Yeah, like listen to podcasts or watch if the Wi-Fi is good, I can watch YouTube videos or Twitch or whatever.
Your favorite Twitch streamers.
Right.
But the point is, find something to do that's enjoyable for you. It could be playing games too. If you have a laptop, dude, just play some fucking games.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do social media, you want to watch TV, whatever it is, multitask so you can keep walking longer, because every mile you walk, that's more calories burned. Right? We're going forward. Do whatever you can. How often are you traveling to where you be at the hotel? Like you go for like an entire week at a time, or it'd be like most days of the week you'd be kind of doing this?
Sometimes it'd be 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5, 3 out of 4 days. 3 out of 5 days, or sometimes I'm there the entire week.
Okay. So, but you will know what your schedule is ahead of time, right? It's not like, oh, surprise, we're being in a couple of days. Okay. So if you can plan out in advance, this is, this entire workout, you have options to split it up. So if you're only gonna be there for 3 days, let me back up. If you're gonna do ideally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then you would do this entire workout for 1 or 2 hours for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday could be off. You can just take that time off, do whatever if you want. If you want to maximize things and really try to lose weight as fast as possible, then what you should do is spread this out to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You would do all the resistance training plus list cardio. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you would do HIIT cardio plus list, whatever time you have left over. That way, when you do the resistance training, you're giving your body some time to rest in between every other day. When you do the HIIT cardio, you're giving your body some time to rest as well. Okay? How does that sound?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. What do you think? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
About it. Yeah.
Why? Why do you feel pretty good?
I think I can, because I think I can do this now that there is a set goal to reach for it, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Actually looking at the calories and stuff that I'm eating.
Yeah.
Then and making different choices when I'm making smarter choices when I go out and eat.
Good.
Or when I have to pick up fast food.
Yeah. Fantastic. I'm excited for you, WrathofWall. I think you're going to nail this. It's going to take time, obviously. It's going to take months, maybe even a year. But I think you're at a very good place. I feel confident about you. How do you feel about progress pictures?
I can do those if you want.
I don't want them.
If you want to see my body. Oh, I'm just kidding.
I don't. I want them for you. You don't have to send them to me. I recommend this to a lot of people if you're about to start off. Take some progress pictures. Show as much skin as you're comfortable showing. Don't show it to anyone. Go hide them. Hide them away on your phone. Never look at them again. I'm serious. Do not look at them again. Take the pictures, multiple angles, show as much skin as you're comfortable with, hide them away. Forget about it for like a year or two. And then maybe, just in case you make it somewhere with your fitness goals, then maybe pull them out and make a collage, a side-by-side about how you look now versus back then. Okay? Don't look there. It's gonna be, don't share them. You don't send it to anyone. If in the future you want to share them, you can, but don't feel like you have to share them. Don't even think about the pictures that they exist. Think about them much, much later, because trust me, if just in case you do make it, you're gonna fucking love it that you have the progress pictures there for before versus after, because so many people forget to take progress pictures. We don't do it, and then when we actually get somewhere, we're fucking sad that we didn't take more progress pictures. So just in case, just take them, hide them away, okay?
All right.
All right, good stuff. WrathofWall. I think that pretty much wraps it up for us today. Tell us about your stream. Let's do a shout out for WrathofWall. She streams on Twitch. Or anything else you want to plug, go ahead.
I started a YouTube channel.
Oh, there we
recently
go.
As well. Same name, WrathofWall. I actually have a video up there that I made of me sumo deadlifting 135.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I did that. I did 8 reps of that. So
Wow.
that was awesome.
135 for 8. That means you might be at hitting your body weight for a sumo deadlift, right?
Yeah. My thing is I have to take it slow because I do have an old injury on my hip, my hip joint. I should have probably told you this too.
Yeah, it would have been good.
I have a tear. I have a tear in my hip joint.
Okay.
My hip. Yeah.
Does that impact any of those workouts that I listed earlier?
No, because I've been going to the gym a lot and actually strengthening up around the area and stuff. So I just have to be careful of like how I'm feeling when I go.
Okay.
Because it does get tired out. And so when it gets tired out, I'm like, okay, I got to stop because I don't want it to strain and get worse. And I have tendonitis on my hips. I have tendonitis all down there. It sucks. It's really bad. I found that out in the MRI. But
can I show
that, like, I
your
can do
sumo
everything.
squat on stream? Is that okay with you?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Guys, WrathofWall, she got a YouTube channel right here.
I made this video. First time editing. I was like,
First
"What?"
time editing. Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't have the right hotkey here. We're gonna move forward.
Here we
It's
go.
going. There it is. Boom. Boom. I'm doing the sound effects for everybody. Boom. Hitting those 8. Nice. Hold the finish. Hold the line. So WrathofWall. Awesome. What else? What else do you want to plug?
What was I saying? I forgot.
YouTube,
Oh yeah, so
Twitch.
yeah, other than YouTube, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Fridays. Try to start at 8 p.m. US Central. Sometimes work goes a little long, so I usually start between 8 and 9 p.m. And then I end at like 12 or 1, and then I sleep forever.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sleep
variety
challenge.
streamer.
Give it a shot.
Got it. So that's gonna change. But yeah, variety streamer. Usually survival type games though is what I tend to play. With oxygen not included, 7 Days to Die, Dead by Daylight. I do Warframe tonight. Did Raft last night for a little bit. But yeah.
Also, if anyone has questions for her, queue them up now. The question bot is open. If you have questions for her, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll end it shortly after. So if you have questions, please queue them up. Anything else you want to plug or spam? Anything like that?
Follow me on Twitter. I have an Instagram as well. I got the snaps. I got
It's
everything.
all WrathofWall, right?
Actually, Twitter is DynoWall.
Oh, that's
Twitter
right.
and snaps is different. Yeah.
Go ahead and open Twitch chat. Just go ahead and post your own links to that stuff. As Daniel says, you aren't excited by Ark. I don't know what that means.
Not really. Ark's a survival type game. Ark.
Oh, I see.
Isn't I played it and there's something about it that it doesn't appeal to me. Honestly, why can't I get this? Okay, there it is. It's just there's something about it that just kind of the devs and everything like that. The way they go about doing all their stuff is just I don't like it. So I'm not gonna really support that.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, just pointing that out there. But yeah. I mean, y'all go ahead and go play it. It's whatever, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
But my stream is kind of a lewd stream as well, just so you guys know that.
I mean, I think that's going to be attracting.
I say lewd by just.
That's going to be attracting the customers. That's my audience. So you're speaking their language.
Oh, jeez. Just about what we talk about and stuff in there. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, Instagram is WrathofWall too.
All right. Good.
Sorry.
Okay. So, Lucas Jerkard says, sorry if I missed this part. Have you ever considered a product like Huel? Only needs water and a shaker for your trips. I was personally very fond of it.
I've not heard of Huel.
I'm not sure what Huel is, but that reminds me, for supplements, I want to help you out. I talked to my guys at Legion. We're going to hook you up with something. A supplement that's going to help you on your path. Because again, supplements don't make or break anything, but they can help. The two things I think would help with you is either their protein bars or their casein protein. Casein protein is a protein powder, and it's very thick and very filling. It's like drinking a milkshake. But it does require water. If you don't have a shaker, you could stir it with a fork and like a cup of water and throw it away afterward. Okay. But you have to like be patient. You got to stir it, let it sit for like 5 minutes, stir it, let it sit for 5 minutes, and do this for like 20 minutes, and then it'll be fully mixed. That's the casein protein powder. Right. Their protein bars are like a thick, harder Milky Way and like a Milky Way bar, but they're very dense and they're very calorie light. They're so filling. Which of those would you be interested in?
Probably the bar.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Do you have a I'll DM you for flavor choices. Personally, I think their chocolate peanut butter is awful, but their chocolate chip cookie dough is quite good, and their s'mores is fantastic. But I eat one of those. Oh, the s'mores is so good. I'll put you down for s'mores. We're going to do s'mores.
Yes.
It's so, and plus like eating one of those is so damn filling. So an example of like you're on the go, you eat half the sandwich, or you eat a 6-inch tuna or a 6-inch Subway sandwich, fill up on the protein bar. Boom. Like you've reduced the calories and you're feeling more full. These are the kinds of strategies that you can use. So I'll DM you in Discord or Twitter, whatever you want, and then we'll finalize that stuff. But Legion's gonna hook it up for you. So try them out. I'm a huge fan of those protein bars. So, all right, I'll send you the details for the little workout plan that we built for you. That's pretty much it. Any last minute comments or questions or thoughts?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else that I.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, WrathofWall, for coming on and sharing all this stuff. If you like the content, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Also, follow us on Twitch and leave the notifications on. Feed your brain, feed your body, and see you next time.